Alpha-gal spread very differently than Lyme disease. At first, it was super prevalent, and there's a news article that said Suffolk County, which that's Long Island, home of Plum Island, had the highest rate of alpha-gal. And that was just 2023 that people are waking up to alpha-gal. But for some reason, the spread pattern is totally different. Alpha-gal seems to have started somewhere here in the Maryland area near Fort Detrick and has moved west across these states. And you'll notice Oklahoma is coming into the danger zone. This man is Matthew Liao. And Matthew Liao is the director of the Center for Bioethics at NYU. Liao is connected to the World Economic Forum. In 2012, Liao wrote a paper on the use of biohacking to solve the climate crisis. And it was featured in the Atlantic magazine. In both the paper that Liao wrote and his interview with the Atlantic, he suggests humans could be modified to solve climate change. One of his strategies is medically induced aversions to meat. In 2013, he gave a TED talk. He suggested that climate change leaves science no choice but to use human bioengineering to both lower the birth rate and perhaps reduce meat consumption. Dr. Liao is saying these, purporting that we could make people adverse to, and he talks about we could put a patch on them, we could do something like that to make it where they would give up meat. And the audience is chuckling. They think he's kidding.
Oh my gosh.
He's not kidding. In 2016, he was on a panel here, and you can go watch this video at the World Science Fair, which is also known as the Davos of Science. This is where the globalists gather to plan all of their solutions for us. He promoted the inducement of meat allergies as a strategy for saving the planet, and he specifically mentioned the bite of the Lone Star tick. In talking about it, here's what he had to say. He said, people eat too much meat, right? If they were to cut down on their consumption of meat, then it would actually really help the planet, but people are not willing to give up meat. So possibly we could use human engineering to make it the case that we're intolerant to certain kinds of meat, to certain kinds of bovine proteins. And there's actually analogs of this in life. There's this thing called the Lone Star tick, where if it bites you, you'll become allergic to meat. I can sort of describe the mechanism. So that's something we can do through human engineering.